There's this story a lot of guys over 50 tell themselves. It's kind of pre-written, right? You gain a little more weight each year, maybe get a new pill for blood pressure, and you just accept it as the cost of getting older. But what if that whole story is wrong? What if your second half isn't about just managing a decline, but about actually rebuilding? Well, that's the blueprint we're going to walk through today.
Your prime isn't behind you, it's now. Just let that sink in for a second. This one idea from author Greg Olson totally flips the script on aging. It's not about slowly fading out, it's about gearing up for a whole new peak. It's a complete reframing of what's even possible after 50.
Every big transformation has a starting point, and for this one, it's a number, 255 pounds. But, a number on a scale is just data. It's the story behind it that gives it real weight. And there it is. Suddenly, that number isn't just a number. It's a roadblock. It's a wall between you and a medical procedure you need. This isn't about looking good anymore, is it? This is one of those moments where your health is literally dictating what you can and can't do with your life. So this brings us to the first part of this whole journey, the wake-up call. And look, this isn't some made-up scenario. This was the real deal, life-changing moment for Greg Olson back in November of 2019. So just imagine this. You're all prepped for a critical surgery to get a melanoma removed. The nurse comes in, takes your blood pressure, and it's 190/110. It's so dangerously high that they call the whole thing off. The surgery is too risky. Now, Olson's mind immediately goes to his father, who really suffered from the side effects of blood pressure meds. The doctor just hands him a 90-day prescription. But for Olson, that wasn't a treatment plan. No way. That was a 90-day deadline to change absolutely everything. That wake-up call, that moment of reckoning, it led to a huge shift. It moved the focus away from just the physical problem to the mental solution. And this is where we get to the core of Olson's whole philosophy, something he calls the 7-inch battleground. So what in the world are these 7 inches? Well, it's pretty simple. It's the space between your ears. It's all about your mindset. The idea here is that every failed diet, every broken New Year's resolution, every single "I'll start on Monday," all of that is lost right here, in this space, before you even take a single step. Winning the physical battle, that starts by winning the war in your mind. Okay, now this right here is so important because it breaks down a trap we all fall into. We wait to feel motivated, but motivation, it's like a sugar rush. You get a quick spike and then you crash. It's totally unreliable. Discipline, though. Discipline is an engine. It doesn't care if you're in the mood. It just moves anyway because you've built a standard, and that is the key mindset shift. So once you've got the mindset right, what does action actually look like? Well, that brings us right to section 3, the reboot blueprint. This is where we see how that mental shift creates some serious, measurable results. And the proof is right here. I mean, look at these numbers. This is the transformation in just 90 days, the exact length of that prescription he was given. We're not just talking about losing 80 pounds, which is amazing. We're talking about going from a dangerously high blood pressure reading to a perfectly healthy one, going from less than 2,000 steps a day to over 10,000. And maybe the biggest one of all, that medication that started this whole thing, he didn't even need it anymore. Gone. So how does something that dramatic even happen? You'd think it's some super complex, overwhelming plan, right? Nope. It's built on a foundation of really simple, non-negotiable daily standards. I mean, look at these. None of them are rocket science. Walk every day, track what you're doing, drink water before your coffee, and stop eating after 7 p.m. The key is, these aren't just good ideas. They're repeatable actions that, when you do them consistently, create this unstoppable momentum. But here's the thing. This journey isn't just about what you can do all by yourself. The next critical piece of the puzzle is moving beyond sheer willpower and tapping into something way more powerful. That whole lone wolf approach to self-improvement, it's a trap, and this is a core belief in Olson's method. Real, lasting change happens when you've got accountability, when you have a community, what he calls your tribe. These are the people who won't let you quit, the people who share in the struggle and, more importantly, share in the success. And this is where the purpose behind it all just gets so much deeper. When his family started seeing him choose water over a piece of pie or head out the door for his evening walk no matter what, his personal health goal completely transformed. It wasn't just about losing weight anymore. It became about living as an example for them. It changed his why from simple vanity to building a legacy. So, All of this brings us to the final piece, the empowering call to action. It's really about recognizing that all your experience, all your perspective, that actually gives you an advantage in your second half. And this leads us to the one big question this whole thing is built around. What is the real cost of waiting? Of putting it off to Monday or till the new year or some other imaginary right time? The answer is simple, and it's kind of brutal. Waiting costs you everything. It steals your energy, your focus, your time, and ultimately, it steals your life. Look, this isn't just theory. This is about action. Starting right now. You don't need a fancy gym membership or some complicated diet plan. The blueprint gives you 4 simple things you can do today. Step on the scale. Just face the number, no judgment. Go for a 10-minute walk. Drink a glass of water before your morning coffee. And write down one, just one, health goal. Because as we've learned, it's the action, not the intention, that actually matters. And we're going to end on this final, powerful idea. This whole journey, the mindset, the daily standards, the discipline, it's not about preparing for the end of your life. It's about fundamentally changing how you live the rest of it, starting today. It's a legacy that you build not in a will, but in every single walk, every healthy choice, every single day you live to the fullest.